Deb Della Piana and Independent Junkie smeared this guy after booting him off of the show. They're saying he was inciting violence against billionaires. He didn't do anything. I'm listening. I'm wondering, what are they talking about? I hate to copy and paste so much, but there's no other way to show an agent provocateur in action trying to entrap someone. And they're framing this guy all they want, but it doesn't work. He's also banned from their channel. That's no big loss to this guy. I think he even could sense by the end that they were cointelpro. Independent outsider is buddies with Redneckonomics. There are too many coincidences. This is a network of they're all getting paid by some group. They're anti-terror agents. That's the phrase I came up with. Sarah Freels is back. I'm trying not to talk too much. I'm really trying hard not to sweat over any of this. For that to be true, I need to let the video do the talking, and I have to just talk a little bit enough so I'm able to slide in the screenshots. And I'll throw in some of that clip for the background when Sarah Freels, their buddy, their cohort, their colleague, when she was harassing Nina Turner. So I need to talk a little bit. The guy was a little bit idiotic in regards to coronavirus. So they had him on the ropes for that one. But you can watch and decide for yourselves. To me, I think they were verbally abusing him. I didn't hear anything about attacking billionaires. They're twisting around what he said. There's some comments too in the YouTube section where, again, they smear him with this inciting violence against billionaires smear. So that's why I'm going to copy and paste a lot of this. I'll run through my notes. So at around 46 minutes, the guest, this guy, he says free Assange because Independent Junkie was going on and on reading some boring something or other.
That's what assault weapons are used for.
You use those assault weapons to create a militia, basically. That's what we're talking about. So, all right.
Free Assange!
Oh, Lord, you scared me.
They're not going to free us.
So,
you can forget it.
So
They're not, are they?
Nope.
Well,
He'll fucking pardon them before he'll pardon Assange. He's not going anywhere unless the British government decides that the American system of justice is abusive.
well, that would be a nice ruling in and of itself.
All right, let's finish.
Whatever. I mean, but they need to release him over there too. I mean, this is.
I only got a couple more minutes.
No, go ahead.
So I just wanted to mention that there are a couple of big names, or
I got 5211 jotted down. I think that's when the guy starts talking, or I forget.
They were not there for freedom, okay? They were not. Donald Trump does not represent freedom on any fucking level. Any level, okay? I don't even want to hear it. Unless you are,
they went there.
unless you live at my house, you maybe don't understand my position.
Storming the Capitol on behalf of a politician. How stupid! I mean, we made a meme about that today.
Yep.
Storming the Capitol on behalf of a politician. No. Storming the government buildings to restore power to the people. Okay, maybe. And I'm a little worried on what I'm hearing here today. I mean, first of all, I want to talk about Assange, and a lot of people with a lot of Assange stuff out all over Salt Lake City in the last couple of days, and I've been glad to see that. But look, we have facts, and I'm driving in a rural highway, by the way. That representative from Colorado that I was hearing a lot of talk about her. I'm listening to rural radio. I mean,
Right.
Crossed in from Nevada into rural eastern Idaho. I'm amazed I can get signal while I'm driving. I'm going 75 miles an hour on a 2-lane highway. But look, there are facts in the world, but human beings are complicated.
Then at around 56, minutes. Deb is upset with his theory on QAnon. Oh yeah, the guy was saying that QAnon was a government psyop, which is actually easy to believe. What was anonymous in regards to Sabu at Twitter? What was that? Was that not a government psyop? Sabu, Hector something. Monsing, what's his name? I don't know his name anymore. Now I'm talking too much.
And they assign values to these facts. And we assign values to facts usually based on our life experience or, whatever series of beliefs we've been indoctrinated with or chose to believe, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's complicated.
Yeah, it is.
What I would say, I think my experience, for example, I have seen government systems manipulated very easily by low-level politicians. Okay, I've seen this personally. I've also helped manipulate. We would sit when I was a lobbyist. We would literally sit in a room and watch the floor of the state house and what was going on, and we would all take turns, like sending a message to this given legislator. Okay, say this now. We literally had robo-politicians. So that's my experience.
Yeah, my experience is this. I understand all of that. If you want me to believe that that's what's going on with Lauren Boebert, I don't. I really don't.
No. All I was saying about her was that there were some the only reason I even mentioned her is he mentioned her and some local radio DJ out here in rural, We Love the Guns was talking about her today on the radio while I was driving down the road. I'm not here to talk about her at all. I don't know anything about her. What I'm here to talk about a little bit is, I think you have to look around a little bit, and we're talking, the idea that none of this could be orchestrated, okay? Now, what I want to talk about, when I first heard that QAnon thing, the first video that came out, it was a very high production value video. And I remember hearing my mind, people's minds snapping shut. All the right-wing Republicans that I've dealt with my whole life in Utah, their minds just snapping shut to this piece of psychological manipulation. And I would always say, okay, there's going to be a misdirection. At some point in the future, Q is going to take this group and misdirect them for something. And if we can't see, honestly, the big picture here, Deb, you look at the COVID situation, the advent of a biosecurity state, you're talking about decades of preparation and government documents for emergencies and so forth. And yeah, maybe Alex Jones got a little bit of it right, and they let him run off crazy. And look, I know how much we love to hate these idiot, religious zealots, these guys that are motivated by nonsense and with a great passion that we hate in the right. That's why we hate them. It's easy to hate them. But can we not see, Deb, how this QAnon thing, which I really believe is a high-tech psychological manipulation campaign to capture the NRA, armchair quarterback and get him to do stupid shit like they did on Wednesday.
Wait a minute.
That was what that was for.
And
now we're getting this surveillance.
We're all fucking adults here.
Fascism. We're getting the new Patriot Act.
We're all fucking adults.
Okay, but I think that is coordinated. I do.
We're all fucking adults here. Okay, hold on. No one makes anybody do anything. I'm sorry, but I've got my limits on all this fucking bullshit. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not advocating. I'm not.
We have a
making
fucking
excuses.
We got a fucking doctor.
I'm not making excuses for these people.
We got a doctor out there who spoke on Wednesday. I almost fucking invited her on my show. We got a doctor who spoke on Wednesday who said that she's now living in the Dominican Republic because she's a whistleblower. They're injecting, when they inject the vaccine, they're injecting tracing material in there. She's a fucking osteopath. She moved to the Dominican Republic in 2015 to take a job, not because she's a fucking whistleblower now.
Okay, I listed guys saying around the 1 hour 26. He mentions master media manipulation. I thought the guy was kind of interesting. but the two sides were clashing. Like, that guy seemed to be able to withhold his opinion and just soak in what Deb was saying, or independent junkie, and he could just accept it and say, yeah, I see your point. Well, I'll just play it through. I'll copy and paste it because it's just not my job to make external what I understand internally. I'd like to. It's just too difficult.
She's a bullshit artist is what she is. You know what? Let's separate the wheat from the chaff here. I can listen to all the left-wing people too and follow them if I want. I don't. Okay? When you are telegraphing and you're going down there with guns, and when you're walking around with automatic weapons, and you're storming the palace, you know what? I don't even advocate that we do that with guns. I am not there. That is not my thing. I've seen the result of that.
Well, okay, all right. I understand that. But, but to see some of the things here on become ungovernable when we're going to, cite sedition laws and stuff like that all came to us through this system that we all know is bullshit. You cited the Gulf of Tonkin. What about weapons of mass destruction?
Absolutely.
I mean, we got to quit listening to mainstream media at all.
Absolutely.
At all.
Hey, I'm the one that said WMD was a lie. No one's saying that. No, don't misrepresent what I'm saying here. I'm just.
And look, and I'm sorry, Deb, but I really suspect that COVID is of the same level.
Well, you can go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and do that because now
I don't know everything.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can believe whatever you want.
I mean,
I just whatever you want.
I don't know. I don't know, but it's just too convenient. Just as this, I mean, another sort of, look, we just have to make our best judgments. But one of the tools to use about making judgments is like, to what degree does the mainstream media make a bunch of hoopla about a given thing? And this January 6th thing, I mean, obviously it was bad enough its face. And again, I'm not absolving anybody of any responsibility. Fucking rushing that thing on behalf of Trump is like, I wouldn't be caught, fucking within 500 miles of that shit. I was happy to see some people at the Utah State Capitol that showed up today that looked like they were Chud. But they had and he was armed, and he had a Free Assange sign and a Pardon Snowden sign. I mean, look, people are people. People are all complicated. Look, anybody who's not following politicians, that's great. Anybody who's having these discussions, I love it, but man, be very leery of these mainstream. They know us liberals. They know us. They know how much we can't stand these holier than thou Bible thumping retards. Excuse me. That's terrible too. I shouldn't say that. But I mean, look, I know what you're talking about. We hate them, and so they throw them up in front of us and say, look, don't you want us to lock these guys up? Don't you want us to chase them down?
Hold on.
And then before you know it, here we got, a police state.
Hold on a minute.
And I'm not saying everybody who went in on that was involved. I'm saying that there was master media manipulation.
Let me ask you.
Trump was part of it.
Let me ask you a question. I have been following the right in this country since 1998. The shit that I have followed, this shit comes out of their mouths, okay? Their mouths. I know what they're doing, all right? You can believe whatever the fuck you want. I'm not believing anything right now. This is not something I've come to since Wednesday. This is something I've been following because my fucking family has a vested interest in living fucking free, okay? So let me just tell you something. Here's another fact for you.
Let me just run through these notes I took down. Deb goes after his weakest topic, the coronavirus. The guy's pro-left, definitely, but he's wary of a police state. So he's a left libertarian socialist type, if I guess. He seemed alright. I know there's this one quote he made about the billionaires. I heard that part. He said nothing wrong. They're smearing him. They're framing him. Seems like a regular guy to me.